Good evening and welcome to you as we bring you 7 bouts in 6 different weight divisions, culminating in the 12-round bout for the vacant WBF Junior Flyweight title. We start in the lightweight division with Singalaka Ngzanzana from Gauteng against Mpumi Maisela. Up to the junior bantamweights with Lebogang Moilwa against Tumelo Mansane. Then Kabelo Bikicha takes on Klo Mokwele, who's on debut tonight. Frank Rodriguez, who's a favorite here in Kagiso, takes on Daddy Mpinga from the Democratic Republic of Congo. The 5th fight will be in the middleweight division with John Bupapi taking on Lucanio Kaptein from the Western Cape. And the junior weight division, a favorite in this part of the world, Tato Bonakawani against Samuel Esau. But the main event of the evening is the vacant WBF Africa Junior Flyweight title fight over 12 rounds. Ompo Seforo, the Gauteng champion, against Luyanda and Kwankwa, both of the boxers ranked in the top 3 in the junior flyweight division in South Africa.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Kagiso Recreation Center, where tonight we are set to explode. This is the Clash of the Cassis, and it's brought to you proudly by Team Dida Boxing Promotions in association with Vision View. And now, introducing the ringside judges for this contest, Simon Mukadi, Phumeza Zinagile, and Simon Kamlashe. And the referee and third man in the ring, Cyprian Ndaba.
Over 4 rounds of boxing, Mpumi Maisela against Singalaka and Zanzama. Both of them coming into their second fights as professionals. As the pound sells, the bell sounds for round number 1. And it is Mpumi Maisela in the blue trunks and Singalaka in the mostly white trunks with the red stripe down the side. Both fighting out of the orthodox stance. Willem Khare, we've had a chance to look at Mpumi Maisela a couple of months ago here in Kagiso, but we haven't had a chance to look at Nzanzama. Could be an interesting fight. Only their second. They're still very young in the professional ranks.
Yes, they're still very young. We just have to see what is going to happen in this first round. You know, I can see at least they are doing a right thing by starting to use their jabs, checking each other out, you know. We'll see what happens.
It's always good to establish that jab early on in a fight, not only for the distance, but just to get a little bit of a rhythm going as well. Some nice action from Maisela, who looks the real deal, just establishing himself in round number 1. There goes the clapperboard for the signal for 10 seconds to go in round number 1. And once again, Nzanzama looking to get onto the offensive. Looking at right to the body is Nzanzama towards the end of round number 1. So the seconds have been called, and we're about to have round 2 of Nzanzama against Maisela. Just to remind you that Maisela's in the blue trunks and Zanzana is in the white predominantly with a red stripe down the side of it. And immediately at the start of the second round, it's Nzanzana who decides to go into the offensive. An attempted uppercut from Maisela, but he's on the back foot.
I think Maisela now, you should use a jab and a right uppercut.
I've seen it so many times before that when a fighter starts getting whacked into the body, he suddenly tucks his elbows in and leaves his face exposed. Alternatively, he's not able to throw punches with any great deal of latitude because he's pinning his elbows in to stop being whacked into the body. And I think Nzanzana is doing well here. He does get tagged with the right hand. And 3 right hands in a row. Nzanzana's ready to go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Suddenly out of the blue, 3 big right hands from Mpumi Maisela. 8 count from Cyprian Ndaba.
I can tell you, Kevin.
Nzanzana. Yeah, he looks, he's not ready to go. You can see clearly that he's wasting a little bit of time. He's playing to the crowd as well. It's a good victory for Mpumi Maisela. Had a knockout victory over Masande Mavumengwana here on the 29th of July. And he goes 2 for 2 as with a technical knockout in the second round of this junior featherweight contest.
Ladies and gentlemen, this explosive contest was in the junior featherweight division, and it was scheduled for 4 rounds. And referee Cyprian Ndaba stops this contest. The official time of the stoppage, 1 minute, 50 seconds into the second round. For your winner, via TKO all the way from Home Style Boxing Academy, Mpumi Maisela.
Now, it's a good performance from Mpumi Maisela, and whether he is a member of the Maisela, the famous Maisela family, or not, he'll certainly take a bout tonight. Victory by way of technical knockout in the second round for Mpumi Maisela.
Mpumi, congratulations. It was a tough fight.
Thank you, mister. Yes, it was. It was, but the game plan was not to rush too much, just to read the fight for the first few minutes. Then after that, we executed the game plan that we came with.
Okay, you have 2 fights, 2 wins. What's next for Mpumi?
I'm hoping to get more fights. I'm hoping to get more ring time. In time, I'm hoping to come back again to give the people the show, because the crowd is amazing. Shout out to the crowd. The crowd is amazing.
What an explosive fight that was in the junior featherweight division, ending within 1 minute and 50 seconds of round number 2. So 5 minutes of boxing we've had already over the course of the evening, and we'll move on to the second bout of the evening, which will take place in the junior featherweight division.
Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of the Mabuza Boxing Academy, Tsakani, here is Tumelo, the Blade Manzani. Ladies and gentlemen, this boxer fights out of Team Dida boxing team. Here is Lebuhang, Blonde Poison, Muilwa, boxers.
Simon Kamlashe is the third man in the ring as we get set for 4 rounds of boxing. Scheduled 4 rounds in the junior bantamweight division, 52.163 kilograms. And this should be an interesting contest. Both fighters have gone 2 for 2, both fighting out of the orthodox stance, as there's a tentative jab coming out immediately from Lebachang Muilwa. He's a decent looking fighter, Muilwa, and well, there's every opportunity that we might have a knockout in this one too.
Definitely we can have a knockout in this one.
Both fighters looking very focused indeed, and right from the outset going into business. Little right hand tag there from Tubelo Manzane. Lebachang Muilwa, a very popular figure here. He works out of the Team Dida boxing gym.
Right.
My problem with Muilwa is a boxer who just wants to throw missiles every time. You know, he doesn't rely on the jab. That's a problem, a biggest mistake that he's doing. He needs to use his jab. The time to blow a man will come.
Yeah, you're quite right. There's hardly a jab at all, and off the break, it's a nice little left hook from Tubelo Manzani. There was a left hook to the body from Lebachang Muilwa just a little before that.
I have a problem, Kevin. Muilwa in this round, they caught him with 3 rights, and they've been landing flesh.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I don't know if he sees that or he doesn't.
Muilwa gets called for holding, yeah, but Muilwa has made it almost a signature punch in the first round, that right hook to the body of Manzane. We've seen that landing on a couple of occasions.
When I say break, take a step backwards, okay? Don't keep quiet.
So second warning in about 30 seconds from the third man in the ring was Simon Kamlashe. It's a good little left hook, didn't land with the right, Muilwa, as we get to the end of quite an action-packed first round.
Very action-packed round.
So instructions into the corner of Lebachang Muilwa, who lost the second round on our unofficial scorecard by 10 points to 8. So halfway through the fight and into round number 3, and once again it's Manzane who goes on to the offensive.
Right. Stop it.
Don't forget that Muilwa had a point deducted in round number 2 as well, so he's likely to be, or more likely to be, the boxer that's going to go onto the attack more often now, because yeah, he needs to knock his opponent down at least to get a 10.8 round back.
Yes, I think Muilwa should start now concentrating on hitting Manzane's body. You know, that's because he doesn't want to use his jab. He should continue hitting the body.
Fans that have come into the Kagiso Memorial and Recreation Centre on the west side of Johannesburg. Oh, big left hand as well, follows it up with the right. Although I don't think there was too much power behind the right hand, but that's 2 left hands in a row from Muilwa in round number 3. 1 minute remaining out of the scheduled 4 rounds. Another left hook. It's only the left hook that's starting to count for the favourite boxer here in Kagiso.
Right, step back, step back.
I think the punches came mostly off the gloves. Now the gum guard has come out of the mouth as well of Lebogang Moilwe, or is it the opposition boxer? No, it looks like it's Mantsane. Coming towards the end of round number 3. It's a better round for Lebogang Moilwe, and perhaps unofficially he would win that by 10 points to 9, but he's still probably behind on points. Start of the 4th and final round in this junior bantamweight contest between Moilwe in the black trunks and Mantsane in the red and the white. Nothing's changed from the start of it. They're both just coming out and swinging leather.
Right, right, step back, step back.
Call to break by Mr. Simon Konlashe. Trying to get into close quarters, Moilwe, and throw those bombs. Holding his opponent at the moment. He's got to be careful of that because could be caught over the top from Tumelo Mantsane. Both punches looking tired. Both punches just throwing everything they've got at the moment in the hopes that one will land and end the fight. But yeah, there's much style in there. Boxers break of their own accord and then going for a double right hand and swinging a miss from Moilwe. 30 seconds remaining in round number 4 of a scheduled 4-rounder. This one could very well go to the scorecards, and rather surprisingly, because looking at the tail of the tape, looking at the way the boxers came into the fight, it was a situation that we thought would end by the short route.
Yes.
Explosive fight in the junior bantamweight division comes to an end with both boxers still on their feet. Lebogang Moilwe and Tumelo Mantsane. This one will go to the scorecards. Yeah, plenty of action, but yeah, you know, 2 young boxers that really still have to establish themselves as far as the style and utilising the jab, which is absolutely non-existent.
The first of our 3 judges, David van Nieuwenhuizen, scores this contest 38-37 for Moilwe. The second of our 3 judges, Cyprian Daba, sees it 37-39 for Mantsane. And our third and final judge, Ben Ngapai, scores this contest 39-36 for your winner via split decision. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of Team Dida, Lebogang Blonde Poison Moilwe.
Well, despite dropping a point in round number 2, he gets the split decision. 39-36 seemed a little bit ambitious, don't you think?
Definitely.
You have 3 wins now in so many fights. What is next for you?
Bigger things. I'm all about bigger things. That's all I'm about.
So here's the tail of the tape then. Mokwele making his debut at 32 years old. His opponent is 9 years younger, slightly shorter in height and in reach, much shorter in height and in reach, and weighs a little bit less as well.
Kagiso, December 16, and we are on fire. And we set to explode. And this is Clash of the Cassis. Introducing first the ringside judges, Cyprian Daba, Simon Mukadi, and Phumeza Zinakile, and the referee in charge of this contest, Ben Ngapai. And now introducing the boxers for this lightweight contest over 4 rounds. Starting first, fighting out of the blue corner, this boxer wears camouflage trunks. His weight 61.24 kilograms. This is his first fight as a professional. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of Tabo Boxing Gym in Tembisa, here is To Nie Mukwele. And we now introduce his opponent across the ring, and this boxer answers the bell from the red corner, wears blue-white trunks. His weight, 60.65 kilograms. His record as a boxer, 1 fight, 1 win. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out of Kagiso Boxing Gym from Yo Kagiso, here is Kabelo Pekicha, boxers.
Well, Kabelo Pekicha, very, very tall man indeed. You'll see the height differential once the two boxers are in front of our third man in the ring, who is Benin Tlapai. Had a chat to him before we came in, and he said he was surprised to learn that I was born in East London, where he was born as well. So homeboy there, Mr. Benin Tlapai and myself, which is great. You can see there the differential between the two fighters as well, and really looks like Mr. Benin Tlapai is a fairly small man. This fight taking place in the lightweight division, 4 rounds, 61.235 kilograms, and both fighters fighting out of the orthodox stance. Just look how tall Kabelo Pekicha is. Takes a big right hand though from the debutant Mokwele. 9 years is superior as far as age is concerned, and again no jabs as far as the spine is concerned. They're both going hell for leather. It's incredible. Well, I can tell you, you can't see him ringside, but William Khare is just holding his head in his hands and thinking, my goodness me, when are we going to see some style? No establishment of the jab whatsoever. You expect that from the taller man to keep his opponent at bay, but I tell you what, Mokwele's come to fight.
Definitely is coming to fight, you know.
Nice crisp little left hand, then goes for the right-left combination. Does Mokwele. Both boxers look very well conditioned indeed, but I tell you what, Kabelo Pekicha, such a tall man. Oh, it's a stunning right hand from Kabelo Pekicha, and Mokwele goes down for the 8.
4, 5. Very good straight now from Mokwele. Very good straight. He's finished.
Well, it's finished within 1 minute and 11 seconds into the first round. That's an unofficial account, by the way, but a big right hand from Kabelo Pekicha, won by technical knockout at Plegari Recreation Centre 6 months ago. Comes up with a stunning big right hand against the debutant Klo Mokwele. Welcome to professional boxing.
Ladies and gentlemen, what an explosive contest. This one in the lightweight division. It was scheduled for 4 rounds. And referee Ben Ngapai puts a halt to the proceedings. The official time of the stoppage, 1 minute, 13 seconds into round number 1 for your winner via KO from Kagiso Boxing Club, Kabelo Pekicha. Kabelo, congratulations. You fighting out of Kagiso in front of your home crowd. And you seem to be a big banger.
Yes, we've been preparing very hard at the gym. So we've been planning to go distance. So God blessed me with a knockout. So let glory be to God.
You now have 2 fights, 2 wins. And you seem to be heading for knockouts in your next fight. What is next for Kabelo Pekicha?
I'm just going to go back to the gym. Then my trainer will tell me what to do next. Then we'll take it from there.
Thank you, Kabelo, and all the best. Congratulations.
Well, this is how they'll line up then. Frank Rodriguez, Frank the Tank, 12 years younger than his opponent. Slightly heavier. He's got a much shorter reach. A big reach difference for Daddy Mpinga, as well as a height differential. But he's got long arms, Frank Rodriguez. Look at that. I mean, 1.7 tall Daddy Mpinga, and he's got a reach of 175. 150 tall for Frank, and he's got a reach of 180. That's incredible. It is the orthodox stance from Daddy Mpinga, and the southpaw stance. First time we've seen a southpaw boxer tonight. Frank the Tank Rodriguez. 3 fights, 3 knockouts. He's a man who comes in and bangs away, and as I said, his trainer was telling me that he's trying to get him to be a little bit more composed, use the jab, get in there and use your energy a little bit more effectively. And we had a discussion about that over supper as to what might happen if Frank Rodriguez, in the style that we used to seeing, comes up against a traditional boxer type of pugilist.
I can see, Kevin, that he's trying to pace himself. He's using his jab, you know. We'll see how this round goes.
It's a little bit tentative from Dida Mpinga, to be honest, and his promoter was battling to get somebody to actually get in the ring with him. That's a reputation he's built over just 3 fights.
Yeah, everyone is scared of him, you know.
Well, it's a tough division. I mean, if you look at the South African champion, Tabiso Nchunu, you've got the IBO champion of the world, Kevin Lerena, you've got Johnny Muller, you've got Jaden Matthews from KwaZulu-Natal. So yeah, he's in a very tough category. I mean, you've got the World Series Cruiserweight Boxing Championship that's going on at the moment. That's in its semi-final stage. Good left-right combination from Frank the Tank, and still not much coming back from the gentleman from the DRC. When you have a fight, and we've said it many times before, but this is the first time we've had a orthodox fighter fighting against a southpaw one. Important to get your foot on the outside of your opponent, but you're both leading with feet towards each other. The right foot from Frank the Tank and the left lead from Dida Mpinga. Swing and a miss from Frank. A little bit of showboating from Dida Mpinga as we get towards the end of a strangely calm first round from Frank the Tank. Another shot to the body, but not much coming out the way, and probably a little bit of showboating from Dida Mpinga. But yeah, we wait to see what happens over the rest of the fight. It's scheduled for 6 rounds, and maybe we'll see Frank the Tank explode in round 2 and beyond.
He only knows how to knock, that's all.
Box.
Start of round number 3 of a scheduled 6-rounder in the catchweight division. It was meant to be a cruiserweight fight, but this is scheduled for 6 rounds. And a jab to the body from Dida Mpinga.
You see now what's happening. The opponent is gaining confidence now. Good body punches.
Tremendous body punches. Tries the right hook. I don't think that made the connection he was looking for, because he tried to throw the left uppercut a few moments ago, Frank Rodriguez. Looks as if he's lost a bit of weight as well, to be honest.
Watch your head, okay.
Not so podgy around the midriff
Box.
than we've seen before, so getting himself into good shape in a very, very tough cruiserweight division. Catches his opponent again, and Mpinga's in a spot of bother here in the neutral corner, and it goes down for the second time.
Don't push it.
It's been ruled as a push, I think. But that psychology will work
Push him, okay.
well for Frank the Tank. 80 seconds before we get to the end of round number 3 and the halfway mark of this catchweight fight. Frank Rodriguez on my unofficial scorecard winning both the first and the second rounds. Well, no doubt about the second round, because his opponent went down for the 10-8. And showing still a lot of patience here, Frank Rodriguez.
Now, Kevin, I can tell you one thing. Frank is not good as a boxer.
You know, if you have a look at his brother, Fernando Rodriguez, he's much more of a stylish, compact boxer, and he fights behind the jab and he gets himself very nicely organized. Now, I'll tell you what, Mpinga looks as if he's good to go here. 40 seconds to go before the end of round number 3, and Simon Mokadi steps in between the two boxers. It's over, and another TKO victory for Frank the Tank Rodriguez. Taking too much punishment, Dida Mpinga can't see out the end of round 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, this catchweight contest was scheduled for 6 rounds, and referee Simon Mokadi puts a halt to the proceedings, and the official time of the stoppage 2 minutes 27 seconds into round number 3. For your winner via TKO, fighting out of Team Dida, Frank the Tank Rodriguez. Frank, what an exciting contest. Did you prepare enough for this fight?
Yeah, I think I've prepared enough. We trained hard at camp, and I will show everybody. Everybody told me when I'm boxing that I'm unfit, but I showed them I'm fit, and if I want to go 6 rounds, I'll go 6 rounds.
There's the tail of the tape then. Bopape, 26 years old, 4 years older than Captain. He's slightly heavier, slightly longer reach, and a slightly taller man as well. John Bopape looks as if he has the tail of the tape at least sorted in his favour. So let's have a look to see what these fighters have to offer in the middleweight division. Both fighting out of the orthodox stance. The black-clad John Bopape and Lucanio Captain in the gold trunks. The shorter of the two boxers, looking very compact. Both looking to establish a jab, which is something that's been something of a strange thing happening this evening. I haven't seen too much of it. The boxers have come out and thrown leather right from the start.
Maybe here we'll see boxing.
Yeah, maybe we will, because Lucanio Captain's only had 2 wins by way of knockout. The last one against Mashikolo Mabutsana at the Langa Indoor Sports Centre. That was December 2016, so about a year ago. And the rest of his decisions have come by points. He's had the one draw as well against Gianni Mvanza. But his last 2 fights have been against debutant fighters. And we're talking about a man who's in his 10th professional fight, so I'm not sure why he's going backwards. Perhaps it's because he's moved up from lightweight to middleweight, and he's just trying to establish himself in a new division, and then he'll boost it forward in 2018, perhaps.
Yes, we can.
Bopape goes upstairs. The bell sounds for the end of round number 1. 15 seconds away from the end of round number 2, and John Bopape continues on the front foot.
I can tell you this, Kevin. Captain needs to move till the last round. If he stands, he's going down.
So the boxers prepare to go into the start of round number 3. John Bopape in the black, Lucanio Captain in the gold colours. Not much to choose between the two fighters at the moment. And I'm surprised that Lucanio Captain comes out and holds immediately at the start of round 3.
He's very clever. He knows how to survive.
Tested the patience and maybe the boxing skills of John Bopape. Remaining in round 3. It's the second time he's had a slip. Captain, and this time he's got his foot jammed underneath the podium that's used by the ringside judges.
It is a punch there.
John Bopape gets away with one seemingly as we're 15 seconds away from the end of round number 3 of a scheduled 6-rounder in the middleweight division, and halfway through the contest. Left hook from Bopape, left hook to the body from Bopape. Goes to the body again at the bell, does John Bopape. Got a little bit of a swelling as well, just below his left eye, but I don't think it's in any position that's going to bother him too much as he ducks away from John Bopape. The taller John Bopape continues to stalk Lucanio Captain, who seems to be more intent in avoiding anything rather than throwing any punches back right now. Long rangy right hand from John Bopape misses the target as once again Lucanio Captain is proving to be rather elusive.
Lucanio Captain is not in a fight. It's all about survival for him.
Oh, it certainly looks that way.
He's not.
Well, he's running away at the moment, and wouldn't be surprised if Mr. Kamlashe had a chat to him. Well, now you're punching from behind the boxer.
No.
Yeah, he looks as if he's hurt his arm. The right arm looks as if it's come adrift somehow, and I'm not sure if there's a problem in the elbow, or maybe he's torn a bicep, maybe even dislocated a shoulder. But he's in a spot of bother here, is Lucanio Captain.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout was a middleweight contest, and it was scheduled for 6 rounds. And boxer Lucanio Captain retires injured, and referee Simon Kamlashe stops this contest. The official time of the stoppage, 2 minutes, 52 seconds in round number 4 for your winner via TKO from the Jesse Joe Boxing Gym in Alexander, John, Section 29, Bopape. John, congratulations. What a terrific fight.
Thank you, Mr. Mashero. I just needed to end this year. By next year, I'm starting with positive outcomes. And then from here, Sandor Lukise, go back to the gym, some few mistakes, then Dida today, and then yeah.
It's the bar right. Heavy emotions that I feel during dark night. You are not alone. That's the message when I start riding. What? I said I may get one. Focus on the throne. Long time coming, but the clock don't apply to me. Destiny is calling me. Name on the front page. Almost fell, but I made it past the hard stage. Brand new chapter. Made it to the main stage. Even though I came in, I knew what I would make it. This is testament number one.
Trade of the tape sees Bonakwani, 6 years older than his opponent. He's slightly lighter in weight. It's got a height advantage and a reach advantage over Samuel Esau. And he probably has a better record as well than the Western Cape fighter who fights out of Khayelitsha in the Western Province in South Africa. Bonakwani is a crowd favourite here. 3 fights unbeaten for Esau, 4 fights unbeaten for Bonakwani. He's 5th ranked in South Africa. Current Gauteng and WBF Africa Junior Featherweight champion. It doesn't look like Esau is going to make up the numbers, that's for sure. Goes on to the offensive straight away.
Today, Tato needs to box. He needs to use his jab because he's fighting a fighter. Tato Bonakwani needs to be careful of that over right hand from Esau. He's been throwing that over right hand every time whenever Tato Bonakwani hits his jab. He needs to be careful of that punch.
10 seconds to go before we get to the end of round number 1 of a scheduled 8 rounds in the junior featherweight division. There's a nice little right hand from Esau just 2 punches ago as we come to the bell that ends round number 1. And an impressive round, I thought, from both boxers.
Definitely an impressive round.
For the start of round number 2 of a scheduled 8 in the junior featherweight division, Tato Bonakwani, Captain Charisma they call him in this part of the world, goes for a left-right combination to start the round. Samuel Esau not afraid to come forward though, and he needs to do that. Trying to get onto the inside. Left hand over the top from Esau. Over the top of the right as he loses his balance from Tato Bonakwani.
Tato, whenever he moves, he knows he needs to throw a right hand lead. You know.
Beautiful straight punches. He does drop his hands rather alarmingly at times, and maybe he'll have to work on that against a better opponent. For Tato Bonakwani, the Gauteng champion. Off the stool as the boxers meet in the middle of the round ring for the start of round number 3 of a scheduled 8 rounds. Esau on the front foot immediately, gets caught with a left hook by Bonakwani. Just slightly on the back foot at the moment is the man from Kagiso. Looking a seriously good fighter, Tato Bonakwani this evening. Oh, it's a lovely left hook from Bonakwani. Catches his opponent coming forward, hits him with a right hook to the top of the head as well. Esau doesn't seem to have too much of an answer here. He's not been shook. I mean, his legs look good at the moment, the Western Cape fighter, but there's not much coming back from him. Swinging and miss both left and right hands from Tato Bonakwani as we come to the end of round number 3, and on my unofficial scorecard, a round that I would have given to Tato Bonakwani.
Very good instructions from Tato Bonakwani's corner.
Start of round number 4 of a scheduled 8. As has become the tradition, Esau off his stool very quickly indeed, looking to throw punches immediately, but I'll tell you what, Bonakwani has sussed the Western Cape boxer out, and he's just been able to get outside of the range of Esau, and then he'll come back and throw straight punches of his own like he's doing at the moment.
This is a boxing lesson, definitely.
It's looking very, very stylish tonight. Is the Gauteng champion and WBF junior featherweight champion. Hasn't fought for the South African title. Well, the referee calls it quits. Wow, that was quite surprising. But again, when your opponent's not fighting back, we've seen this already over the course of the evening. When your opponent's soaking up pressure and there's no punches coming back, what option are you giving the third man in the ring?
Yes, yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, What a terrific contest. And this one was a junior featherweight contest, and it was scheduled for 8 rounds. And referee David van Nieuwenhuizen puts a stop to the proceedings and decides he has seen enough. And the official time of the stoppage, 1 minute, 37 seconds into round number 4, for your winner via TKO, fighting out of Team Dida Gym, Tato, Captain Charisma, Bonokwani. What a terrific contest. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot, Bramsira, Tata Mashiro. I mean, it's not by fluke that I'm a 2 title holding champion. I mean, I'm not blowing my own trumpet or something, but you can see for yourself the action that I displayed over here. And I thank God for my talent and all the other people who love, support me, especially my father, even though I give him headaches at the gym sometimes. But Dida, love you, man. And everybody else, I'm not gonna be able to call you all by names because I'm gonna forget the others and then they'll be like, Taton TV. So you know what, to all my sponsors, you know who you are. You know who you are. I love you guys. I love you so much. And my fans, my family, and everybody out here in general who came to support boxing and Captain Charisma. Thank you so much. God bless you all. I love you. Thank you, Bramasiho.
Team Dida is only a year old, but it feels like we've been doing this for years. With your love and support, we are this far. We have produced 2 sensational Gauteng champions. We've also produced the WBF title tournament. And now we are doing this one with your support.
To the Team Dida Promotions and Vision View team that has worked tirelessly over the past couple of months, thank you for all of your hard work. And then last but not least, our leaders, Dida, Mafadi, and Eddie, thank you for having this great vision and taking us along for the ride. And thank you to the crowds. We love you. Thank you for your support.
It's been a long year. So in short, I just want to thank all our licensees, our promoters especially, for providing us with such good entertainment. I think we are in a year where we can proudly say that we are not saying boxing is back, but we are saying we are putting boxing on top.
So 23 fights, 11 wins, 10 losses for Luyanda Kwankwa. 7-6-1 for Mposeforo. Not much in the way of knockouts for either one of the 2 fighters. This is going to be a boxing contest. The bell sounds for round number 1. Both fighters fighting out of the orthodox stance. It's the camo kit from Nkwankwa, more of a black kit with a silver lining from Mposeforo, the Gauteng champion. But if you take that, Nkwankwa is ranked number 2 behind Heki Butler. If you take that, Seforo is ranked number 3. We've got 2 of the best fighters in the junior flyweight division in South Africa, behind the champion Bongani Salira, of course. Yeah, whoever wins this, it's really going to establish himself as a challenger to Salira, who incidentally Nkwankwa fought in his last fight 12 months ago. And Seforo has not fought by any stretch of the imagination the same kind of opponent that Nkwankwa has fought. Mposeforo has never been 12 rounds before.
You can see that Nkwankwa does not respect Seforo. You know, Seforo needs to push Nkwankwa backwards. If Seforo is going to box this way, then Seforo is in trouble.
Oh, very much of a feeling out round between Seforo and Nkwankwa. And Nkwankwa on the front foot, as you said. Mposeforo's got to take charge of this fight. He's fighting in his own backyard in front of passionate supporters in Kagiso. And it's going to be interesting to see just how he comes out. But more of a boxer than a fighter. Yeah, it's up to the coach to let them get on with it. We're in round 2 of the vacant WBF Junior Flyweight Africa title. And Kwankwa in the camo trunks. It is Seporo, the home favourite, in the black trunks. Both fighting out of the orthodox stance. And Seporo just trying to avoid a tentative thrown right by the Cape fighter. To get onto the inside, he's slipping punches rather nicely, and Kwankwa waits to see if he gets caught by a punch, how he's going to react. But at the moment, neither fighter's been able to land anything of any great significance. Long way to go in a challenger fight, and you've been there on how many occasions? You two-time super middleweight champion of the world. Kwankwa throwing out the left hand in response to that little flurry from the Kagiso fighter. 40 seconds away from the end of round 2 in a scheduled 12-round African title fight. Seporo escaping off the ropes, and most of the action has taken place in the centre of the ring. There hasn't been much for the third man in the ring, Mr. Simon Mokadi, to get involved in so far. Right hand lead almost there from Seporo. Tries a quadruple jab. I don't think any of them made the target, but at least there's some intent there. Left hook to the body from Kwankwa. Well, his last knockout came in February 2016 for Seporo. And he's only had 2 knockouts in his career, one on debut and the very next fight. Since then, well, it's been a year and a half since he's had a knockout victory, all points and split decisions and points decisions as well. So, yeah, it's an interesting one. A little bit more industrious suddenly from Kwankwa at the start of round number 6. It's a round that'll take us into the halfway mark of this vacant WBF Africa Junior Flyweight. Gets out of the way of a couple of punches, takes a right hand for his trouble, and Kwankwa, he's still fighting off the back foot though, is Seporo. 40 seconds to go before we get to the middle stage of this WBF African Junior Flyweight Championship fight.
Step back.
It's good to have these sort of championship fights in Kagiso. Wait to see with great anticipation what Dida Boxing Promotions and Vision View Productions, who have a collaboration in this part of the world, have to offer in 2018. We're already hearing from the promotions company that there's going to be a fight card in March of 2018. Wait to see what fighters are going to appear on that fight card as we come to the end of round number 6, halfway through the fight, and Kwankwa clearly in charge. Again, you're on the road. Be careful. Keep the road death toll down. We want to see you back in Kagiso or on the channels, YouTube, and the Facebook pages of Vision View Productions for more boxing in 2018. So please enjoy yourself, but take care. Oh, that's a little better. Some nice punches from Kwankwa, a double jab from Seporo. Because he's still carrying it quite high. We're seeing right-hand leads from an orthodox fighter, which is almost like an amateur boxer. Nice little crisp combination from Kwankwa. Kwankwa hasn't looked troubled the whole fight.
No, not at all. Very good combinations from Seporo.
30 seconds before we get to the end of round number 7. Kwankwa continues on the front foot, slips the right hand from Seporo, who ducks out of range of any riposte from his Cape opponent. Nice stiff left jab. Tries the left hook as well. That doesn't make any contact. But it's all damage control from Seporo, and while Kwankwa hasn't landed with anything of great magnitude as far as the ferocity of the punches are concerned, continues to come forward, continues to ratchet up points, continues to win rounds. And that's another, in my opinion.
Good instructions from Seporo's corner. But the problem is Seporo cannot count Kwankwa because he's far from Kwankwa. Every time when Kwankwa misses, Mpo is far.
He's stalking forward, he's just putting a lot of pressure on the Kagiso boxer. And maybe Seporo's doing a lot more of the work here in round number 11. Maybe Kwankwa doesn't have to anymore.
Yes. The man who's doing a lot of work it's impossible. You know, Nkwankwa is just cruising.
Again tries the big right hand, and swelling continues to rise on the face of Luyanda Nkwankwa, which shows that some of those right hands are getting through. 10 seconds remaining till we get to the end of round number 12 now. It's in the stage of the fight and getting into the final round of the encounter that Nkwankwa cannot afford to get complacent. Bell sounds for the start of the final round of this vacant WBF Africa Junior Flyweight Championship fight. The boxers will shake hands in the centre of the ring in front of referee Simon Mokadi. And I have Luyanda Nkwankwa on my unofficial scorecard well in front, and Seforo needing a knockout. I don't know how you see it, William.
I can tell you Nkwankwa's corner does not give him so much instructions because they know their plan is working, you know.
Still slipping punches rather comfortably. The seconds ticking away as far as the hopes of Seforo are concerned, who might suffer his first defeat as a professional fighter. And Luyanda Nkwankwa might very well be back on track as far as establishing his career, his 11-year career in the junior flyweight division. Been very impressed with Nkwankwa tonight. Left-right combination, but the defense is strong from Nkwankwa. The uppercut misses the target. 15 seconds away from the end of the bout. I'd be surprised if the decision was anything else but a win for Luyanda Nkwankwa. Mr. Mokadi trying to duck out of the way of the boxers. You seem to be tracking him across the ring as the bell sounds for the end of what has been an entertaining fight, but a fight that was quite predictable almost from the first round, when Nkwankwa established the jab, established the front foot. And although Seforo did catch his opponent on a couple of occasions, not enough aggression, in my opinion, from Mpo Seforo. And I have Nkwankwa winning on my unofficial scorecard, but at least 4, maybe 5 points.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Team Dida Boxing Promotions in association with Vision View Production, and we brought you Clash of the Cassis. And this one was our main event, and it was for the vacant WBF Africa Junior Flyweight title, and it was scheduled for 12 rounds. And I've received the scores from fight supervisor Howard Goldberg, representing the WBF. And we now go to the judges' scorecards. Judge David van Nieuwenhuizen scores this contest 114, 114, a draw. Judge Pumeza Zinagile sees the contest 116, 112. And our third and final judge for this vacant WBF Africa Junior Flyweight title fight, Ben Ngapai, scores this contest 117, 111, and your winner via majority decision and the new WBF Africa Junior Flyweight Champion, fighting out of Team Dida, Mpo Seforo. Mpo, it was a tough fight. I think Luyanda came to fight. How did you work out your strategy to win this fight?
Firstly, I was working behind the jab. So the aim was to work behind the jab and throw a straight right. At times, Nkwankwa is good. He was discouraging me to throw a right. Sometimes I'll throw a right and he'd counter me, or he moves. Or sometimes if I miss, he would try to counter me. But the aim was to go forward. But he was coming forward, so I had to fight on the back foot. Yeah.
And what do you have to say for your Kagiso faithful fans here?
Thank you for your support, family and friends. Team Dida Promotion, Vision View, I love you all. Coach Dida, I love you. Thank you.
And that is your champion, the new WBF Africa Junior Flyweight Champion, Mpho Thabo Sifuru. And he really put up a show. Thank you very much, Kagiso. On behalf of Team Dida Boxing Promotions, on behalf of Vision View, I hand you over to the commentator.
Let's go through the results of the day then. Mpumi Maisela with a technical knockout victory of Nzanzana in the junior featherweight division. In the junior bantamweight, it was Moilwa with a split decision victory over Manzane. In the lightweights, Pekito with a knockout over debutant Chloe Mokwele. And in the catchweight fight, Frank Rodriguez was too good for Daddy Mpinga as the referee stopped the fight for Rodriguez to win by technical knockout. Into the middleweights, and John Bopapi beating Lucanio Kaptein by technical knockout. In the junior featherweights, Toto Bonokawani, too strong for Samuel Esau from the Western Cape. Winner there by TKO in round 4. And the main bout, Mpho Seforo winning the WBF Africa Junior Flyweight Championship with a majority decision over Liyanda and Kwankwa. It's been a good evening of boxing, maybe a little bit of controversy, but the judges' decision is final at the end of the day. Thanks for joining us. Thanks very much to the Kagiso Memorial and Recreation Centre. Thanks to Team Dida Boxing Promotions and to Vision View Promotions. Thanks to everybody at home for joining us on this production. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas. Good night from everybody in Kagiso.